All right, good people, what's up? It's WP signing back in, man. Don't mind me. I am eating right now. I'm in between jobs. I'm getting ready to head to my second job in a second. Okay. Same stuff, new day. Okay. But don't mind me. I'm just eating on some pork chops and greens. But I want to come on here and talk today about generations, man. Generations and how one generation can affect the next generation, right? And when I say affect, it don't necessarily have to be in a positive way or a negative way, but obviously, the generation that your parents came up in, the generation that your grandparents came up in, and generations before that, they all somewhat affect the way we live today. Okay? All right. Real talk, no it. Right here with me? This is going on, man. I'm eating. I'm getting ready to go to work. It's currently 4:32 right now. So this video not gonna be too long, man. This video is about generations, man. Generations and how the generations before us can affect us positively and negatively. Okay? Positively and negatively. So I was born in '01. That makes me a Gen Z. Okay. Anybody that was born from 1980s, literally year 1980 to 1996, you are considered a millennial. Okay. Okay. Anybody that was born, excuse me, anybody that was born from 96 to 2010, Gen Z. If you was born from 2011 to 2020, your Generation Alpha. And anybody that was born after that is Generation Beta. All right. So, what does that mean? What does that have to do with anything, right? Directly and indirectly, I'm gonna start with the millennials. I'm gonna start with y'all. Actually, I gotta start with Gen X. Generation X is the generation between the baby boomers and the millennials. Okay, so if you was born anywhere between like 1964 to 1979, that's Generation X. Okay, now millennials is also known as Generation Y. Okay, that's why we're called Generation Z. Millennials has a huge hand in a way that most people under 30 right now, if you in that 20 to 30 range, really like 17 to 30, if you're in that range right there, you are a Gen Z. Okay, Gen Z. The reason we have it so hard in today's society, meaning us Gen Zers, is because of the millennials. Okay? Now, just because the millennials came before our generation don't necessarily make your parents in that generation. Okay? Now, some people have kids in their 40s, 50s, you know what I'm saying? And they'll be a generation or two generations off from their kids. All right? And I'm still trying to wrap my head around most of the concepts of the generations. But it's to my knowledge that a generation starts and ends depending on, you know, different economic events, different societal events going on. It's not necessarily a pattern to how generations work, but it usually marks the start and stop of an era, right? Like when the millennials was coming up, they were the first ones with the internet. Those first ones with access to the internet, first ones with access to social media, first one, you know, on MySpace and all that other stuff, you know. But at this point, they were either creating the technology for it, or they were already grown and in their own field to the point they're not kids anymore. Okay? So now you have Generation Z being born into the digital age where we don't have to go and work. We don't have to go in, you know what I'm saying? We don't have to go outside and play. Which when I was a little kid, yeah, I was outside playing, but in my 10 years, boy, I was on that game, man. PS4, Xbox, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you was on the game for sure. The start of the internet was created by the millennials. Okay? Created by the millennials and a little bit of Gen X. I think Bill Gates is in Gen X. Or it could be a baby boomer. I don't know. But what's my point? What am I getting at here? The millennials made our lives harder, either intentionally or unintentionally. They made our lives harder. Why? Because we had this huge surge of tech, basically, that made life more enjoyable. It made life more fun. It made life a little bit less carefree. It made life a little bit more carefree. Okay? When you have adults who's trying to prioritize their own life, their own fun, their own moments of life that they missed out on, you're going to have issues, for lack of a better word. Lack of better phrasing, you're going to have issues, okay? Now, what do I mean by this, okay? I'm going to give you some examples. Now, when I was growing up, yes, I got my ass towed up. I got my ass whooped, okay? When I got in trouble, whenever I did something wrong, I got a whooping. Most people in my generation did not get whoopings. They did not get whoopings, okay? Give you another example. Most people in my generation are spoiled. Okay? Most people in my generation are spoiled. Why? So this goes back to what I was just saying. You have parents, you have older people who's trying to experience, they want to travel more, they want to get on the internet, they want to have a social media account, they want to feel young again, they want to feel like alive again, right? So, I don't know what that was. I think somebody upstairs. I'm in my apartment. I know I usually shoot my videos in my car and stuff, but I'm doing things a little bit different today. So when you have this entire wave of adults trying to experience what our generation is experiencing or trying to, you get a lot less responsibility. You get a lot less accountability. You get a lot less production. And overall, you get a whole new generation of soft-ass people that don't have to work for shit. They spoiled. They don't really care about the next person. We don't. Why? Because we grew up in a digital era. We grew up in an era where We didn't have to, man, go play outside. We didn't have to, man, talk and have conversation and so now we are in a generation to where it's a lot of, first of all, it's a lot of independent people. It's a lot of independent people. Why? Because everything that you need to know is where? Online. Church, online. Banks, online. School, online. Friendships, dating, all this online. Now, I can't blame the innovation of technology on the millennials, but like I said before, when you have a whole generation of people that's supposed to be working and being the adults and being the responsible ones, and they're trying to go and catch up and have fun with these kids, and they think their kids are their friends now, or they want to be cool, or they want to be popular, they want to make trends, they want to be on, you know what I'm saying? They want to look good, feel good, all that. Whole time, we're leaving out the responsibility part. We're leaving out the, okay, it's fun, it's cool and fun to do that and enjoy that, but let's get back to real life. That's what I'm mad about with generation millennial, okay? You guys have seen quite a couple different events. You guys saying Y2K. If you don't know what Y2K is, do your homework. You guys saying 9/11 happened. You guys experienced the 2008, what was that, recession or crash of the stock market or something, you know what I'm saying? Like that was where the economy was at like an all-time low. Why? Why? What is the only definitive difference between the 90s and the early 2000s? The fucking internet, the innovation of technology. When you don't have to work as hard for something, you don't achieve as much. You don't. You don't. We, especially my generation, we stopped working hard. We started working smarter. We stopped making babies. We started waiting to, well, we stopped making babies. This is what the internet is saying. I don't know. Like I said, everybody at my age, I be saying I'm with a kid. I don't know. But quote unquote, we stopped making babies. We're focusing more on ourselves. We're focusing more on trying to develop individual wealth, individual freedom, individual responsibility, instead of looking within our communities, instead of each one teach one, instead of going to go be a big brother or a big sister at a Boys and Girls Club, instead of doing community service. Ain't nobody doing this shit no more. The only people you see doing this stuff is the people with a camera in their hand and they want some views and likes behind it. Like that's genuine, like that's humble, like this. You know what I'm saying? We are in an age of of laziness, man. We are in an age of laziness. Everybody wanna have the credit, but don't nobody wanna do no work. No, we stopped putting the work behind what we talk about. And we started playing the appearance game. Go check out the video from yesterday. What is the appearance game? You stop working on the internal stuff. You stop building. You stop working on the fundamentals that make you a good person, that makes you, and you looking around at everybody else, seeing what they got going on, and you just want to appear. to look like you fit in, or you want to appear to look like you got it together, instead of doing the actual real work and putting those building blocks in the right place in order to have financial freedom, in order to have less responsibility. Well, really, that's never gonna come. If you want more responsibility is always gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? So more money, more problems. Either what that is. You either want to make money or you don't. You rather cry in a Bentley or a Honda Civic. You know what I'm saying? But instead of doing the things that we need to do, that's necessary to push, you know what I'm saying, the next generation forward, we focus on ourselves. And by ourselves, I mean the millennials, even though I'm Gen Z, but I'm saying, I'm just speaking in the term of like, okay, if we keep going down the same rabbit hole that the millennials went down, Generation Alpha ain't gonna be shit. Generation Beta ain't gonna be shit. After that, and so on and so on. I told y'all, by 2050, brains are gonna be mush. Nobody's gonna be able to think on their own. We're probably gonna have chips programmed into us. It's probably gonna be AI everywhere. You gotta use AI to get in here. Your door, just to get in the house, you might have to talk to the AI, and she might be like, "Well, what did you have for dinner last night?" And that's the passcode to get in your house. Think I'm bullshitting? Watch. It's kind of scary, man. It's scary. So to my millennials, man, I'm gonna keep this video real short. To my millennials, if you don't have nothing else to give your kids, if you don't have nothing else to give your grandkids, and yes, I said grandkids, the millennials are fucking grandparents now. It's sad, like you have 40 and 45-year-old grandparents. It ain't no big mamas no more. It ain't, man, people ain't even, the average lifespan now, today, is way lower than what it used to be. And it's just constantly decreasing and decreasing and decreasing. Why? Because the rise in processed food, the quick, fast era that we move in, nobody's sitting down to actually eat with family and friends no more. Nobody's actually sitting down to read books. Nobody's sitting down to actually study information and retain it. All the college students, y'all can, man, wrap that shit up, man. AI finna take y'all jobs. AI gonna take y'all jobs, for sure. If you ain't got no drive about yourself, or if you ain't got no hustle or somebody pushing you, you can know what to do all day, but you ain't got nobody pushing you, you cook. That's what they want us to do. That's why the millennials have pushed, go to college, go to college, go to college, go to college, work, get a job. Oh, don't do this, don't have a family, don't start having kids, don't do this, don't do that. And now we're having global economic problems. Now we're having global humane problems that nobody wants to fix. Nobody wants to talk about. Everybody just want to get on TikTok and all that bullshit. Y'all constantly jump on this shit, bullshitting every day, bro. And the motherfucking world is about to fucking, man, fall out the fucking orbit of the fucking galaxy, my nigga. If you ain't seen episode, 3 or 4, go check it out. I talk about the end of times, man. We are in it. And it's funny because I only hear the millennials talking about it. Oh, we in the end of times. We in the end of times. Yeah, after you done lived your life already. Yeah, after you done grew up and did your dirt and did your sin and did whatever you, instead of being the example, you chose to make your kids the example. You chose to, and I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna worry about it. They'll figure it out later on. Most of us today grew up spoiled. We grew up with no morals. We grew up with no principles. We grew up with no backbone. All my young men today, they sit in conversation with women as if they a woman. I know females that work harder than some of these dudes out here. And my generation. These niggas out here getting their fingernails painted and sit up on the laptop and say, oh, I'm finna edit a video all day. I'm finna make some money on woo. Nigga, go get you a job, bro. Go clock in, nigga. Go hit that clock, bro. Put some money up for your kids, man. We can't afford to have the entire generation talking about, oh, I want to be a content creator. I want to be a YouTuber. I want to be this. I want to be that. And what you finna not work while you doing it? I've never seen no shit like that. We are the only generation that does this. Why? Because the fucking millennials made it comfortable for us to do that. The millennials live life as if they're the last generation on this earth. The millennials live life like there is no, it ain't finna be no tomorrow. The millennials have the highest marriage rate of any generation. The millennials have a higher seed rate, meaning they have more kids. The millennials also had it a little bit tougher coming up as far as like money and stuff like that with the whole economic, but Gen Z do too. Motherfucking gas is $5 in Memphis. In Memphis, bro. I can only imagine what it is in Texas or New York, California. Spirit just shut down because they cannot afford jet fuel, oil. Because of what the fuck the war got going on, because of what the fuck Trump got going on, because of the state of the economy. I can do a deep dive into that if y'all want me to. Let me know down in the comment section. Spirit just cut 17,000 employees yesterday. I seen a video of a grown man turned on the intercom. Hey guys, I really hate to say this, but we will be landing the flight here shortly. I've been working with this company for such and such time, and they said that we are no longer in service and woo. I'm not saying don't work a job, bro. Don't get stuck working a job, bro. It's okay to do YouTube and content creation and TikTok and do your music and do your videos or whatever you're gonna do. That's fine. That's gravy. That's cool. You gotta multitask though. You gotta keep the balance up. You gotta let's start starting some relationships, some real relationships. All these young women out here, oh, but dude ain't doing this for me, a dude ain't doing that, a dude ain't doing this. What the fuck are you doing though? Other than complaining and asking to buy shit. And doing all this unnecessary spending and shopping on bullshit. And 10 years later, you ain't gonna be wearing none of that shit. You ain't gonna be thinking about none of this shit. 25 years old, I ain't got no tattoos. I ain't, bro, it's a lot of things I haven't done. Simply because I just don't have it to do that. I watch some of y'all motherfuckers, y'all go spend y'all last on a tattoo. Y'all go spend y'all last on some shoes, nigga. Y'all go spend y'all last on some purple jeans. And your last would be $2,000. What the? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? The millennials have us fried. Our brains are mush. Cooked. Minuto. Done. Could be your parents. It could be your older brothers and sisters. It could be, man. And just because I'm talking about the millennial, the generation before us, it don't mean that I'm talking about your family. We look up to the millennials. Gen Z looks up to the millennials. So we get direct influence from you guys. Shame on y'all. Y'all got some work to do. Y'all got some repairing to do because y'all already grown. Y'all already in y'all 40s, 50s. Some of y'all. We in a generation to where kids are out here doing whatever they want to do because they go get a job, man. Do something productive. If you ain't gonna mind actually be in school or whatever, don't just sit around this motherfucker without a job and do whatever you want to do. We need to practice on establishing the responsibility back in our communities, especially black people. Especially black people. Because we have the most problems. Whether it be money, relationships, whether it be, man, whatever, man. I just want to jump on there and say that real quick, man. I'm finna get ready to go to work. I hope you guys are having a good day. I hope you guys are, man, staying up out here and, man, praying, reading your Bible, staying out the way. Okay? Man, take heed to what I'm saying, man. And don't, you think I'm bullshit? Man, look around at some of the millennials. And like I said, a millennial is anybody that was born from the 1980s to 1996. It's sad, man. It's sad. What you gonna do? Pull your bootstraps up, man. Go get you some money. Put it up. Don't just be doing whatever you want with your money. And just because you want to be a YouTuber don't mean you got to go full YouTube mode right now, especially if you ain't popping. Stay down till you come up. That's a real thing. Live below your means. That's a real thing. I ain't eating out. I'm eating leftovers. I ain't got no big house. I'm living in a room that I share. I share a roomie house. I live in a rooming house. I have 3 other roommates. I got my own space, but I ain't got it how I want it. You see what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff that I want to do. It's a lot of stuff I want to get into and jump into and dive into and just, you got to pick and choose, man. Do you want better for your kids or you want better for you? The generation before us, they chose themselves. Let's do a little bit better, man. Let's work on ourselves. Let's work on each other. And we got to stop being scared to tell each other shit, man. We got to start reestablishing the communication, the conversation. We need to get away from all the posting shit online. We running to online just to solve shit, just to figure shit out. And a motherfucker don't even know that y'all beefing. Like, Gen Z shit. I ain't gonna keep going too deep, man. I'm about to be late for work. Look, guys, I love you guys. SW Pat signing up. That was a bad one. SW Pat signing up.